I've talked about this before, perfectionism. So I'll talk about it again because it's something I kind of can't talk enough about, I guess. Lots of people in general are afflicted with this terrible disease of being a perfectionist. And I want to separate it and decouple it from the principle of excellence. Now, excellence is something to strive for because it can actually be attained. One can strive for excellence, even if it's in a very quick, sudden way, unrehearsed. I can strive for excellence. It might be as simple as saying thank you to somebody and acknowledging them. That's excellent. Little things that people do for me, uh, and little things I do for others is a form of excellence, and I won't look for thank you or acknowledgement in many of these things. I'll just do them, and others will do that for me too. I've been on both sides of it. I've also been on both sides of not doing that, where I faltered and did not uh, achieve excellence. So I strive for excellence, especially in an illustration or something I've written or music. I strive to be as good as I can be in the moment that I'm doing it. You know, what I was yesterday is gone, and what I am yet to be isn't here yet. So I can only be what I am right now, sitting here in this moment. And if I'm a perfectionist, the moment is never allowed to be what it is because it's not good enough. And this creates a paralysis. So let's say I'm a perfectionist and I'm afraid of making a mistake, or I'm afraid of making a mess or something. I won't begin something because I'm not allowing myself to let go and just start. Because there's this wall and anxiety, perhaps a performance anxiety in starting anything. So let's say then once I get past the starting point and now I have momentum and I'm doing it. Now I'm doing it, and now it comes to a point where overall the picture is developing or the piece is developing, but it's not where I want it to be. So then I may either go into safe mode and stop working on it, and so it sits unfinished, or I labor it to death and overwork it. In both cases, the work is ruined or sullied, and that would represent where I am at the time. So that's where I was at the time, but I could have been instead striving for excellence and accept in the moment, accept that I won't hit what I want because I don't know what I want. Sometimes I don't know what I want. And when I let go, I'll often get the answer that I'm looking for, but I didn't know I was looking for it. So it takes another perceptual shift to get into that headspace where instead of trying to hold dominion and control and an iron-fisted grip on the work, I'm surrendering and letting go of the work and continuing to trust the process of doing the work, and then trust the intelligence behind the activity to relay to me whether this is finished or not, or to elicit out of me my inner excellence that otherwise would be stifled because I'm trying to control it, which creates a sort of a jail. It bars the door to spontaneity and discovery. So Perfectionism is terrible. So it's not a virtue at all. It's awful. It's a mental disorder, really. People who do achieve perfect looking stuff have achieved excellence, but what was their process getting there, and does it move you? Does the piece actually affect you? Or was it just a study in self abuse for the artist? And is the piece actually mediocre? Because I've seen pieces that are extremely well rendered and expertly executed that don't do anything for me at all, that are extremely boring. And I've seen abstract art, and I'm not an abstract artist at all, in the traditional way of seeing that, rather. Uh, I've I've seen abstract art that I stood back to look at, and I've been enthralled by it. And there's a process in doing that, just like there is in doing anything uh, figurative. The process is similar. So let go, trust the process, and stop pretending there's a perfection, because it's a complete trap. It's a zero-sum game. It's a trap. It's a misery. You have a good day.